Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Browns take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Mike, 180. Do your job. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Bring it. Bring it. Run, run, run. 56 to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man is Ross, complete.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Single the slot. Check, 24, check 24. Cut his left. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Bravo. What?
From the gun, Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brooks. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
180.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Pistol.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Mayfield with it once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Go.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the Browns, 46.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 8. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brooks.
Complete to number 5. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Out. 3 down.
They'll set up to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all it does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
X3, 218, chop it. You got time right there.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
General West. Hey, Haywood.
Together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check pass, check pass. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert 33. My touch.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you. I got you. Real.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, Sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw. Herbert. It's caught by Bryant. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now a handoff looking right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back.
And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield going deep here for Landry. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Undercross. Hey, lock it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
218, chop. Hey. Hey, Alpha. Hey, rock it. Get it.
Off the play fake. Herbert. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
General West.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, alert 33.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert!
A run for Nick Chubb. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check. 6-6, pull it high. Run. Hey, Delta. Let's go. Hey, alert 33. 40. Hey, alert. Check 4.
Mayfield looks to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Let's go now.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Watch twins.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Mike two. Watch the slant.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
You know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
I got one. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Wide, get wide. Real. Hey, Foxtrot.
They run it again with Chubb. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check 43. Up. King.
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit.
Hey, Charlie. Check. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Hey,
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brooks. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th.
Check 5.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They set up the screen to Chubb. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
You ain't got nothing. You
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Looking to throw. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On the ground, it's Chubb. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Set. 180. Mike 40. Regular. Bravo. Any day. Mike's 40.
From the gun, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Go. 15 line. 15 line. Watch the screen. Now.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd and long. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert, he's going to, and intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Not that time for Watkins. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Following the interception, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
Hey, let's go. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. 61. Matchbox white. Mike 2. Watch 2. Watch 2.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
60 outlaw, recon, 132 fighter.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
Run. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for our visitors, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they drop below 500.